Greetings and thanks for dropping by for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Monday, June the 4th, 2012. And before we get started, a quick reminder. Last Friday, the 1st of June, we started with $3,000 in the account, trading 3 contracts. We made in excess of $1,000 profit. So today we are trading 4 contracts. And our process will be that for each $1,000 of profit that we earn, we will add a contract. So we're out to see how many contracts and how much profit we can generate by the end of the month. All right, with that out of the way, let's get started. Crank it up to 50 times normal speed. Actually, let's make it 100 times. Okay. Our MACD is definitely bearish, but the stochastic is turning around and we've got a bullish parabolic. Let's get long. Stopped out. Okay. Let's see. I think this might come down and find some support and turn around. This is probably, I'm guessing, a wave 4 situation, and that means we got to have a wave 5. So let's see what happens. Okay, crossover on the stochastic, almost on the MAC, and a flip on the parabolics. Let's get long. Stopped out. However, looks like we're turning around, so let's try it again. All right, that's a little more like it. Okay, now we've got a bearish cross over here. Now this is a transitional move, not precisely a counter trend move, but it's a pretty safe bet that this thing's going to go down, because look at this divergence. We were going higher on the price, but nowhere near higher on the MACD. So let's get short and move these down a bit so that they are a little more visible. Okay, now all right, that was quick. All right, let's pick up the pace a little bit here while we're waiting for this thing. Remember, no counter trend trades. As you can see, the trend defining moving average is now the gold one, and we've got red, white, and blue momentum modules formed by the parabolic. So the idea is to find red, white, and blue alignments in the direction of the trend, and it looks like we might have one now. We've got pretty much a bearish cross on the Stoke, not quite there on the MACD, but we've got it on the price as well. So let's go ahead and okay. Let's pause that for a moment and bring this guy down. All right, it's starting to break to the downside. Look at the Stoke. Faster came above the slower and is now back down underneath it. That's a strong indication that this thing wants to drop a little further. Plus, we're breaking past the support zone of the long-term moving average. So let's get short. Okay. Okay, we're starting a transitional move here. And we now have the stochastics heading in the upper direction. The MACD is above 0 in a red, white, and blue alignment. And as soon as the blue breaks above the gold here, we will be transitioning to the upper reaches of the scale here. So let's get long. And we do have divergence. Notice this low is lower than this low, but not on the MACD and not on the stochastic either for that matter. So we've got double divergence on the two oscillators, and we're crossing above the trend defining moving average, which in this template is the gold line. So off we go. Okay, off she goes. Not getting much of a pullback here for a chance to take another bite of the apple. Okay, parabolic is flipped. Stochastic and MACD are about to. All in the direction of the trend. Okay, and we're almost to 1 p.m. on the replay clock, so let's just speed up here and run it out. And boom, we're done. And we end up with a score of 1,400. And how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-0, 1,400. So we took in over 1,000. That means we'll be adding at least one more contract tomorrow. The total will depend on the overall score. Remember, we're taking the position that we started with 3,000. So if we're over 5 but less than 6, we'll be trading 5 contracts. If there's enough to get us over 6, then we'll bump it up to 6 contracts. All right, that's all for today. Come back and see us again next time.